Once you see this, you'll see competitive games differently.
You know what's kind of weird? When someone asks what kind of games do you like, most people struggle to answer. You say tactical shooters, and they respond, oh, so you must like Counter-Strike, Valorant, and Rainbow Six Siege. And you say, actually only Counter-Strike. You say strategy games, and someone recommends you Civilization.
Wait, that's actually so valid. Wait, no, he's describing me. Wait, he's describing me. Oh my god. Yeah, I like playing like shooter games. Oh, like no, not like Valorant. Not like Valorant. Nothing like Valorant. Used to like Valorant.
When you wanted something more like Hearthstone, game genres are kind of broken. But I think there's a better way to think about them.
I don't think they're broken. I think it's you like a genre of games, but there's still diversity within those games that certain ones are still more appealing than others. Like, you might like tactical shooters, right? And you'll sit here and go, oh, so you like CSGO, you like Valorant, you like Rainbow. I might go, well, yeah, I like CS the best, but I don't really play the other two. That doesn't mean I don't like them in the way that it's like, oh, I hate them. Because if you were to say, I say I don't like Valorant, and I don't like Valorant. I don't want to play Valorant competitively anymore. But if I were to do ranked Valorant or League of Legends, I'm still picking ranked Valorant, right? It's like the genre still has sub games that you don't enjoy, but you would still probably rather play the worst game in that category than the best game in a category that you don't enjoy.
And it's a much simpler way to look at games. And once you see it, you'll see games much more differently. But let's start somewhere everyone can agree. Every game has something that separates the good players from the bad ones. Sometimes it's pure skill, your reflexes, your aim, your timing. Sometimes it's information, knowing things the other person doesn't. Sometimes it's something harder to name, the mental side, reading people, managing randomness, and adapting on the fly. These aren't just different skills, they are fundamentally different kinds of gameplay, and most games mix them together in different amounts. So let me give you 3 words: micro, meso, macro. Now here's where I get—
Is he gonna try and give you, by the end of this video, some sort of cheat code to know if you would like a game or not? Not just based off like the category of tac shooter, hero shooter, you know, puzzle game, but just like the mechanics within it?
Now here's where it gets interesting, and a little uncomfortable. What if I told you the clearest way to understand what a game is actually testing is to think about how you'd cheat in it? If you wanted to completely—
Valid. What? So if it's like, if you want to cheat in a game like CS, you have aimbot. Like, you don't need— it's not like you need something that's cheating in rotations. What would Rocket League be? Just like AI computer mechanics?
If you wanted to completely break a game to make it trivially easy, what cheat would you use? The answer to that question tells you more about a game than any genre label ever could. So let's put this to the test.
How do you cheat in like League? Like, what would you be cheating in League? I mean, like, in any game it'd be like, okay, invulnerability and aimbot for like shooters. But like League, what are you doing? You're just like, you're scaling quicker, like a damage boost, or just like perfect timed abilities.
Is micro. Micro is the execution layer. It's your aim, your timing, your movement, your muscle memory. An example of a micro cheat looks like an aimbot. Perfect inputs every single time. If a game can be broken by perfect execution, that's a micro game. Osu, Geometry Dash, aim trainers.
Oh my god, yeah, Geometry Dash, you just have a bot.
And Tetris are a few examples. You can cheat in Osu with perfect cursor tracking. You can cheat in Geometry Dash with perfect jumps. These are execution cheats, and you can feel the microness when you—
Flappy Bird? Yeah, brother, installing cheats on Flappy Bird. Holy. Crossy Road? Huh. Or Meaty Boy or whatever it is.
Play them. Meso is the probability layer, the place where mind games exist. You're reacting to the unpredictable
deception games, or like getting into the mind of your opponent. I feel like that could be that could be all encompassing to understanding the personality of players in a game like Liar's Bar. That could be Among Us, where you're trying to be an imposter, but that could also be like getting in. Wouldn't a meso game also still be like Valorant? Like a shooter, you're guessing. If I'm playing a shooter and I'm going, they went A 3 times, they failed 3 times, they're probably going to go B. Like, that's you going, if I was them, I would do this. But, like, I feel like that's on a lower level than, like, lying like you're the imposter.
Nature of people, not mechanics. A meso cheat looks like stream sniping. Knowing someone's
stream sniping. Oh my god, yeah, meso cheat. Oh my god.
Habits before they show them.
Knowing the one tricks that people have. Holy fuck. Wow. Like any hero team game where there's like class selection.
Reading cooldowns. Seeing things you shouldn't see yet. The best example for the purest meso game is rock, paper, scissors.
What color are your pants? You're going to choose scissors. That's how you're going to choose scissors. You get in their mind. Then that's a mind fuck, right? Don't say that's how you win in rock, paper, scissors. You don't go, I'm going to choose scissors, because now they're in their head going, oh, well, is he going to choose scissors? If I say you're going to choose scissors, that fucks you up even more, right? Because now you're going, well, am I going to choose scissors? If I do choose scissors, he's going to choose rock. But I'm not going to choose scissors. He's going to choose rock thinking I'm going to choose scissors, so I'm going to go paper, right? But if I go paper, he's going to go scissors. So then I would just go scissors. Like if I say you're going to choose scissors, I'm going to choose scissors. I feel like Ludwig would read that out of me, though. Ludwig's too good at rock, paper, scissors. He would go rock. If I say, Ludwig, you're going to go scissors, he would go rock. Because there's not a world where I would go paper. Oh my god. Nah, see, I just foiled my own plan. That's how you win rock, paper, scissors. Because if I say you're going to go scissors, you know me, and you know that I know that you're probably either going to go scissors, and you know that I'm going to go rock, so I'm either going to go rock or scissors, and I'm never going to go paper, because that's the dumbest thing ever. But now that I know that, and I know that Ludwig would know that, then I'm going to tell him he's going to go scissors, he's going to go rock, and I'm actually going to go paper.
There's zero execution skill. It's entirely mental and probability. Among Us also runs on meso. So does Liar's Bar. Even the stock market is built around this layer. If you wanted to cheat in
Alright, we're not throwing the stock market into a competitive game.
Among Us, you'd stream snipe to know who the imposter is. If you wanted to
that is kind of what it is.
Cheat in stocks, you'd insider trade. Notice how none of these cheats involve executing anything better. They involve knowing—
Bro said, guess who? Guess who? How do you cheat and guess who? Oh, maybe getting into the mind of who that person would pick?
Macro is the system's layer. It's your routing, your resource management, and your win condition.
Fortnite.
You can think of it like the mathematically correct way of winning the game. A macro cheat looks like a chess engine, economy automation, or you can imagine like a perfect coach telling you exactly what to do.
Darren, ping it, ping it, ping it. We need to let our team know what's up.
Pure macro games are almost mathematical puzzles. Think—
Yeah, that was like a week span where Jinxie was just the body for Dantes to do whatever. Like, he sat and Jinxie would be like silent and Dantes would be like, okay, walk left, hit Q, hit E, ping dragon, walk right, go straight.
Factorio,
the vessel, yeah.
Polybridge, Connect 4,
Polybridge,
Tic-Tac-Toe. Once you find the optimal solution, the game is solved. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most games aren't just one of these, they're combinations of them. And the combination tells you everything about what kind of game it is. So let's look at micro plus macro.
I love that he's doing these in like this like circle intertwine. What is that called? Where you intertwine circles like colors, where it's like red. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm high right now. Venn diagram. Yeah, like a Venn diagram. That's fucking sick. Super Mario 64's macro and micro. Oh, because it is perfect inputs. Super Mario speed running.
Tend to be single-player precision games. You need to know the optimal solution and execute it fast. Think Rubik's Cube speedrunning? Mario 64, Jump King, and Getting Over It. If you were to
I hate these games. I hate these are the bottom tier least favorite games for me. No, I'm so serious. He did not say a single game that I'm like, oh, I love that. Like I like watching people play these games. I hate playing them. Like I'll watch Squeaks speedrun Mario 64. Dude, the thought of having to play like Getting Over It right now is like mind numbing.
Elden Ring, you'd have perfect dodges. But if you were to have a perfect macro...
Oh, but I do like Cuphead. Would Cuphead be a game like this? I don't know. It's like very... This is a game there's very few that I enjoy.
You'd use the mathematically optimal build. But there's one weird multiplayer outlier here. 8-ball pool. There's a mathematically optimal shot, and then there's the skill of actually hitting it. So even though it is player versus player, the room for mind games doesn't...
Yo, isn't Queso like cracked at 8-ball pool? Isn't that just like a weird fact about him? I feel like I see clips of him get like, he'll like just win on the break.
Really exist. And I think it's a rare...
No, not IRL. I mean, maybe IRL.
...exception. Next, let's look at Micro plus Meso. This is PvP skill expression games. These tend to be your...
Street Fighter? I wish I was good at Street Fighter, bro. I feel like that is such a gamer game. If you're like high elo in Street Fighter 6 or Tekken or some shit like that, bro, that's not really. I feel like it is. Being good at games like this, if you just know, like, yeah, I'm just really good at this one character.
Games. Street Fighter, Tekken, Smash Bros, Brawlhalla.
Oh,
your skill
Smash Bros. That's the most aggravating game of all time.
matters, and reading your opponents matters. But also you have some other examples like Mario Kart, like the micro of
Mario
driving,
Kart.
and the meso of random items and unpredictable opponents. We even see some unique games like Tetris 99. The original Tetris is pure micro, but Tetris 99 also involves meso, because now you're managing who to send the garbage to. You also have physics-based PvP, like
Fall Guys? Maybe I am in this category. Maybe I am in this category.
Fall Guys and Gang Beasts, which
not so much Gang Beasts.
also fits into micro plus meso. The next one is meso plus macro. These are the
Cookie clickers. Oh wait, no, I think cookie clickers is only in the macro.
plus macro. These are the mind and math games. Think
like Magic the Gathering.
Hearthstone, TFT, Pokemon VGC, and Battleship.
I'm so hit or miss on these games. I feel like it's actually bottom tier. No, I'd rather stare at paint dry. Or, yeah, this is awesome.
Now, chess
like
is...
Battleship's sick. Is chess a part of this?
Pokemon VGC,
Marvel Snap,
and Battleship. Now, chess is theoretically a pure macro game, but at the human level, there's a massive meso component. You're optimizing for your specific opponent's habits. That's why studying opponent matters in high-level chess. And then there are some weird outliers. Balatro is a single-player game, but it's also meso-macro because the RNG of the card combines with the math of maximizing your hand. You're not executing anything difficult, but you have to pick and choose your cards wisely, and play to their biggest strength.
Yeah, you have to play to the run that you're given. Like, you could search for certain items in Balatro, but you're really like, yeah, I mean, in the first 3 blinds, like, unless you're doing a reset and you're just going really far, you're kind of playing into, like, the first 5 cards you get.
Phasmophobia is also a weird game that fits into meso-macro. It's a co-op game, but it fits here because you're deducing a ghost using evidence, which is macro, while the ghost behavior has RNG, meso. Although I suspect non-PvP meso-macro games slowly converge towards pure macro over time. Once players fully
I hate Phasmo. I think Phasmo used to be super fun. And, dude, I don't dislike Phasmo now. I think it's just like, I don't know, it's not how it used to be for me. I remember when Phasmo came out, bro, and there was only like 8 items. Not like the million items there are now and the million ghosts there are now. When that shit first came out, I feel like it was kind of like a first of its kind, where you and your friends would go into a house, you would say the name of the ghost, and it would haunt you. It was fucking so scary. Now it's just, like, dumb. Like, you see videos of people speedrunning it, they'll just be like, Melissa Truth, Melissa Truth, Melissa Truth, Melissa Truth. She shows herself. They go, okay, yeah, that's a Jin. They, like, weave around a table 9 times, and then they just walk out of the house. It's like, people have gamified it to a point where it's like, it's lost its charm. You know what I mean?
The RNG, it stops feeling uncertain and becomes a speedrun problem. And then there's the middle, all three overlapping.
But even when they all three overlap, it's like there's still probably it's not perfect overlap, right? Like you might have so much of the circle be micro.
It's where the biggest competitive games live. League of Legends, Dota 2, CS2, Valorant, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Rocket League, Apex,
Marvel Rivals
Rainbow
mentioned? Marvel Rivals mentioned?
Six, World of Warcraft. But here,
are those the biggest competitive games right now? I feel like Rocket League's up there too. But Rocket League's not all three, is it?
here's the thing. They're not all the same balance. And the cheat test tells you how exactly they differ. So let's use Counter-Strike
Yeah, what about Fortnite? I feel like Fortnite's probably one of the... Nah, he'll probably talk about it.
as an example. Can aimbot win a game of CS completely alone?
No. No. I think what gives you winning CS immediately is aimbot and wall hacks. Because you could have aimbot and still get head tapped because somebody could outplay you and catch you on an off angle. So, like, I've been in CS game. If you play CS, you've probably been in a game with a cheater. And unless they're pulling the craziest cheats of all time, you can still kill them. Like, they'll die. They win the game because they're going to still beat you 13-4, right? But they'll go 28-4. They'll die. It's not like you could kill a god in CS unless they have everything.
Almost certainly yes. If you never miss, most duels are over before they start. That makes micro extremely high in CS2. But what about X-ray, seeing through walls? Pros have done experiments.
I think that's better. I think, in my opinion, if I had to have something in CS, I feel like at a high competitive play level, having walls is better than having aimbot, no? Because the aim's already so good that if you have walls, you could get on an angle where you could head tap them before they could aimbot you. Well, wall hacks beats everything, but wall hacks is so obvious. Like, if you're in a CS pro lobby and you have wall hacks, it's like the first kill, they're going, that guy's cheating. Walls, you could conceal it better.
Player with X-ray versus 5 without X-ray. The 5 still usually win, but the X-ray player takes rounds they have no business taking. This makes meso very high in CS2 too, which means macro, the strategic layer, is relatively the lowest. CS isn't about long-term economy optimization the way MOBAs are. The rounds are short and the execution is everything. But let's try this test with Overwatch, and right away we see
Now, talk about Marvel Rivals.
a unique case, because the answer actually depends on your role.
I wonder if there was an actual, like, way you could compare the two. Like, do you think Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, because they're both hero shooters, are identical in the way that you combine macro, micro, and meso, or do you think they're different still? I feel like they have to be mildly different. Marvel Rivals is, I feel like, a lot... I don't know. I haven't played Overwatch in so long. They are definitely different, though.
But since it varies so heavily by character and roles, I decided to ask someone who knows about Overwatch way better than I do.
XQC. So when you think about it, he rattles off the history of fucking Overwatch.
So if you compare all three, like, maxed out versions of the perfect version of it, like a cheat version of it, which one would have, like, the highest win rate, and how would the distribution be?
Wait, hold up. I gotta rewind. I didn't hear his question.
So if you compare all three, like, maxed out versions of the perfect version of it, like a cheat version of it, which one would have, like, the highest win rate, and how would the distribution be?
I would just say support is more macro heavy, DPS is more micro heavy, and then tank is more meso.
Oh my god, that's so true! Wait, in a hero shooter, your role is... That's why I feel like, bro, everybody can like a hero shooter. Because you can play the character that you enjoy. Because that character is about doing certain things. Like Hawkeye. I don't know Overwatch, so I'm going to use Marvel Rivals. Hawkeye, so much micro. It's just aim, bro. Lock the fuck in, hit head taps, and get kills. But if you're a healer... That's, like, so much different. And then there's different categories of healers, too. Like, if you're playing Gambit versus, like, fucking Cloak and Dagger.
So heavy.
Oh, okay.
Also, the way that it works is you have offense, defense, and control.
Yep.
Control refers to like map control. Offense refers to offensive options. Defense refers.
Wait, what did he say tank was? Tank was meso? Because support's more long-term strategy. DPS is more aim. What is meso? I forget what meso is. I'm lost. I'm not lost. I just don't remember what meso is. Like leading the charge, yeah, but what was meso again? Oh, knowing people. Knowing how to move. Yeah, like mental shit. Like you're like an IGL. Like just in the moment strategy versus like long-term planning. Because like healers are focused on their alts. They're trying to get their team in a more strategic position over time. It's like a slower burn than DPS being like, I need to get 3 kills right now. And then tanks, it's like, okay, we have to actually move around and take space.
A character's mixture or like kind of design
Never been a tank that's reading the other team? I don't know. I don't think that's what it means.
links to this concept of offense, defense, and control.
No, I think you do. If you're a tank, you're reading the other team based on how they're playing. Because one individual Magneto is not going to play the same as another. One individual tank or healer or DPS, you will, in 5 minutes, you'll be able to determine how aggressive of a player is. And you could counter accordingly. Like, that's what you're doing as a tank because you're on the front line. Like, if somebody is, if you're basing your response off their personality and aggression level, and also the way that their whole team is playing and the characters they're on.
Tanks tend to depend on more control, supports more defense, DPS more offense. And if you actually like dissect,
Bro, that's why I love playing tank. I think playing tank is so fun in any game where I'm able to control a pace of play. I like that. Oh my god, I love that. Like, DPS can also do that to a degree. I feel like supports are so much more macro, but I feel like being a tank, like a heavy shield tank or a dive tank, you control the pace that your team moves at. Healer's the superior role, underrated. I think healer's the easiest role to climb in most games, but I also think healer is very complex at a higher level. It's really annoying to play.
they will have different, like, varying levels or varying focuses on offense, defense, or control.
So I'm thinking about it like this, right? If you were to give each role one cheat, you would give aimbot to DPS. And
Yes,
for
yeah.
tank, you would give the ability to see enemy cooldowns as a perfect cheat, right?
Yeah. Knowing what they're going to do.
And
Yeah.
Like, knowing when they're going to do some shit. Bro, literally, if you're on Emma, you're waiting, you're going, I know Doctor Strange has an ult. I harden, he goes, the eye, and then I grab him by the fucking throat. And I cut his ass off. And I body slam his bitch ass into the ground. Right? That's what you're doing.
for
The eye!
supports, you would have a coach or an engine, perfect coach.
Yes, that's
in your head.
perfect. That's exactly perfect.
And then bomb him. All right.
Perfect. And also, especially in Overwatch, because it's 5v5, because you only have one tank. Like, if you can win every duel as a tank, that's kind of like a free win for your team.
But what
Wait, what did he say?
In Overwatch, because it's 5v5, because you only have one tank. Like, if you can win every duel as a tank, that's kind of like a free win for your team.
But what about Apex? Apex sits remarkably balanced
Apex Legends. Hold up. Let me fall asleep for a minute.
across all three. If you think about which player is most likely to win, a guy with perfect aimbot, a guy with perfect wall hacks, or a guy with perfect ring knowledge, all three actually has a pretty good chance of winning the game. If you have aimbot, you can easily kill anyone rotating.
Yeah, I feel like in most games, like most high-pace shooters, not like Fortnite, because Fortnite's just their building is such an aspect. I think with, like, Apex, you could play around your specific style. Like, there are a lot more aggressive or lax players that plan rotations. It's not, kind of with Fortnite, too. Like, even when you watch pros play, there's, like, if you're going on a hot drop, like, that's just, like, an entirely different strategy than if you're trying to, like, live in Storm for a while.
But any close range fight will tend to go either way. But with perfect wall hacks, you can use your nades and abilities to take a team down. But you'll still lose to someone with good ring positioning. But even with perfect ring information, you could still easily die to someone who wants to contest that position. But let's test this in a really unique game. Rocket League. I asked Pro Rocket League coach Luke on his answer to this thought experiment, and this was his response. Basically, perfect micro or perfect mechanics in Rocket League would be defined as taking the ball from point A to point B as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Like how in a first-person shooter, aimbot moves the crosshair to the target as quickly and as efficiently as possible. For Rocket League, smarts cannot make up for the fact that a more mechanical person can just take the ball to the open net far more than someone with less.
Yeah, but there's still a level of balance. Like, if you're a more strategic player and you have mechanics, it's like it's never 100-0. Like, if you have mechanics in Rocket League that are, say, 70%, but your strategy's at 100, and the other guy has mechanics at 100, but strategy's at a 40, he's fucking losing, right? Because there's going to be moments where he doesn't make the shot, and then he leaves a vulnerable point that you just take advantage of. But that's just like defensive and offensive players. I feel like more technical players are more aggressive.
Mechanics. This makes Rocket League heavily micro-dominant.
Because they know that, I mean, that's the same thing with CS. Like, if you're more of a technical CS player, you're going to be more of an aggressive swinger because you're going to be challenging them as quickly as you can. Because if you don't, they're going to take advantage of your rotations. They're going to know where you are, and they're going to close and pinch you off. It's like that's all, like CSGO's like going over, and then you have a guy flank, you know, okay, well, they're not on A. We're going to close the net in on them, so there's a minimal possible points that they could come out.
But after micro being the most
Joe's an aggressive swinger IRL. Stop.
dominant, he put macro second and meso last. This is because even if perfect meso allows you to hear enemy comms or see enemy boost,
it doesn't matter. It's too fast paced. You can't react in time.
Change the fact
like you can't like it's like a game that you can't stream snipe. Like a game that you can't stream snipe is not meso. Like if you're stream sniping in Marvel Rivals, bro, oh my god, that's so meso. Like if you're stream sniping in a game where that shit matters, like CS2 as well, like you're going, okay, well, we're gonna fucking Mac 10 rush A. All right, we're gonna fucking all post up there and get a 5K. Rocket League, they're gonna go, okay, I'm gonna rotate back and we get the goal. By the time you hear it, it doesn't matter. They've already tried it.
And for how fast-paced the game is at the highest level, listening to a perfect coach verbatim would be better over hearing enemy comms or seeing enemy boost. Also, the closest thing to perfect micro in Rocket League is the AI bots. I came across footage of 3 semi-pro players versing 3 of the best Rocket League AI.
Do they lose? No way. Wait, 3 micro bots beat 3 Rocket League pros?
Oh my god.
And the 3 AI bot were able to win comfortably. So here's what this framework actually gives you. It helps classify games, but it also helps understand yourself as a player. I noticed something when I looked at which games I genuinely enjoy. I gravitate toward games in the middle, the full micro, meso, macro cluster, and toward pure micro and pure macro, but I don't really enjoy micro macro games. Speedrunning doesn't scratch the right itch for me. And when I looked at why,
dude, speedrunning's probably the worst. I have no part of my being that's like, you know what, I want to pick up trying to beat Minecraft in under 8 minutes. Yeah, you know, I would really love to know. Like, I like watching that stuff. That's what's so odd. Joe MC speedruns? Dude, what do you mean remember Joe MC speedruns? Zod, I never had a run. When I did MC speedruns, I would play Minecraft for 6 hours, get to the end, and die. Go to the nether, and die. Like, I never beat it.
It mapped exactly. In Apex, I'd argue
like I could beat Minecraft. I've beaten hardcore Minecraft. I've beaten regular Minecraft, but it's like you know, a million times. But it's like if you're like beat it as fast as you can, I'm gonna lose my shit in 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, no, I'm not. I just fell into lava. Reset.
I aim pretty well and have respectable movement.
You've never beaten Minecraft? No, I've never speed run Minecraft.
I'd say I also have a solid understanding of rotations and ring positioning, but I tend to tunnel vision in close quarter fights, specifically when we're in the same building. So I tend to miss meso reads when the pressure is high. And this exactly explains the gap in my game. Because here's the real insight. Every player has a natural lean. Some people are
wow, that is so true. Some people are just so much better at specific. I think everybody's good at one game.
Are micro players. They grind mechanics obsessively, and they want the skill gap to feel fair. Some people are meso players. They love reading people, and they thrive in the chaos of people.
Okay, so like what's like a hard stuck bronze player in Marvel Rivals good at? Like, Because that's like all they could play all three. Like, what is like a hard stuck bronze player in Marvel Rivals good at? Good at having fun. Good at bringing up the vibes. That's about it.
Like, we even see a common cluster of people who play Among Us, GTA RP, luck-based games like gambling, along with many other party games. And then we also see that some players are macro players. They love efficiency, they draw routes on maps, they think about the game between games more than during it. And most of us are a mix, but not an equal mix. The games that frustrate you the most, they're probably demanding something your brain doesn't naturally give. The games you keep coming back to, they're probably rewarding the part of you that already runs at full.
Yeah, like, I don't know, dude. I did Geometry Dash for a while on stream, and I think it's fun, but, like, when you get to levels like this, I'm out, you know? Like, there's a level of precision and just pure failure over and over and over and over and over again that it's just like, oh, this sucks. Like, it's like actively torturing yourself. Like, that's how, if you were like Joe, six months in prison, or you have to beat this level of geometry, like the hardest level of Geometry Dash, like, I'd probably choose the first. Like, because of the amount of failures.
Genre labels never told you any of this. Action RPG doesn't tell you whether you'll be grinding execution, reading opponents, or solving systems. It just tells you there's a sword and a level bar. And maybe more importantly, you can stop blaming yourself when a game doesn't click. Cause maybe the games are testing things you haven't built yet. In my case, it's the underdevelopment of meso. And that's the 3 dimensions of games.
What do y'all think I'm best at? Looking at these games, bro, I feel like I'm good at games on the in-between, leaning towards meso. Like, I think I play these games. I'm not really playing any of this. I'm not really playing any of that. I'll play, like, The Forest. I've solved Rubik's Cube's Cuphead. I'll play these. I'm not playing anything that's just micro or just macro. But I'm playing mainly stuff that's, like, meso. Nothing? All right.
Micro, meso, macro. Every game lives somewhere in...
Bro, deadass chat, you think I'm that bad at video games? I think I'm a better gamer than half of my chat. More than half of my chat. And before you say cap, I'm not saying specifically you, but I'm saying, like, if me and every one of my chatters were to do a genuine bro v bro, if you were able to simulate that, I think I beat 70% of you. Bro, I know for a fact that half of you are, like, genuinely hard stuck silver in ranked games. I'm certain of it. Statistically speaking, I am a variety streamer. I'm not like a pro Fortnite player with Fortnite viewers. Most of you guys are probably pretty trash. I'm not saying all of you. I'm saying most of you guys are probably not as good at video games as you think you are. Lower your ego. I don't think I'm a good gamer, brother. I never said I was a good gamer, Saucy, but I'm above average in most ranked games I play. Consistently. Above average. I'm not saying good. Above average. I'm getting top 70%, top 80% ranked play. Yes, that's not cap. If you give me 6 months' time, I am top 80% of ranked play in most games that fit the category that I play. That's not cap. It's not cap. At Marvel Rivals, Valorant, when I played Valorant, Rocket League, GeoGuessr, all whack-ass games, Joe. All whack-ass games. Nobody plays those. That's 3 games, bro, because those are the games that I've played.
Waking up for school
in the morning. Oh, the video ended. Waking up for school in the morning? WVid. Chat, I have to pee so bad. And then we're going to hop into the next video.